Greetings and salutations. This is a Dragon Burrows video. Just recently, I watched a video on should non-metalheads wear metal shirts. This actually got me thinking about all the times I've seen these R&B, predominantly R&B fans, pop fans, very little country fans who wear the metal shirt, and I go, "Oh, what song do you like of theirs?" And they go, what the hell are you talking about?" One one of them was, I seen this one woman wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt. And I go, "Oh, my favorite song is the Immigration song. What's your favorite song of theirs?" And they go, "You talking to me?" I said, "Yeah, that's a Led Zeppelin shirt. That's a metal shirt." And she goes, "Oh, I just got it because of the it looks so nice." And to be honest with you, to be honest with you, like, I'm wearing a shirt from a professional wrestling promotion that I love to this day, even though that the shirt represents a company that was bought out by another company back in 2002, 2003. But I still believe in its core values and how they entertain the masses with the content that they give out. Rebellious in your face, and with one of them telling the world to go and fuck itself. Yes, I did use the word fuck. And quite a lot of the times they're like saying, "Oh, they should be allowed to. There should be this. At least they're spreading the word. They're spreading the word." And I'm like, are they? This is what like this is one point I was thinking of. Are they actually spreading the word? Are they actually spreading what metal is? And to be brutally honest with you, like, I'm a huge metal head myself. But I don't go around wearing the bands that I love and support. And to be honest with you, I have more professional wrestling t-shirts than I do heavy metal t-shirts, because wearing a heavy metal t-shirt, well, to me, it shows that you you love that band, you love this, that, and the other. But I don't have that strong loyalties towards any band, to any metal band whatsoever. I'm not a die-hard Metallica fan. Like, as they were saying, "Oh, Spotify is this beautiful concept," but then back in the late 1990s, early 2000s, they were bitching about Napster. Napster being a former music sharing site between different individuals. And I'm thinking, hang on, Spotify, you are unable, like, you can still listen to their songs free of charge. Napster, you can still listen to their music free of charge. So where does Metallica fall into that category? They fall on Spotify because Spotify does something that Metallica likes. And I'm just thinking, hang on, what are they doing that you like the most, and what are you doing? What have they done to garner such praise musical where a musical legend like Gene Simmons has virtually told Spotify that they are robbing his daughter from getting the money that she deserves for her music. So Metallica loves the fact that Spotify is robbing Gene Simmons' daughter of funds. But yeah, they're the multi-billion, like they're nearly a billionaires in their own field. So that is that's for me. I don't support Metallica as much as I do support Kiss, and that's like it's just those little things that make me go, hang on, I have to think about the all this stuff and that when it comes to different metal bands that I support. And I am a metal fan as well. And I'll just give an example why I wouldn't buy a Metallica T-shirt. It's because their financial, it's a say it's financial political bullshit that they endorse. There are other great bands like Hammerfall and Nightwish and Man of War. I love and respect those bands, but it's very hard to find those shirts unless if you go online in like go online and go to their particular store and you buy those shirts and have them come to Australia. Over here in Australia, it's predominantly UK, and US metal that gets pushed here the most. Like you most probably get more Motorhead shirts over here than you do Sabaton shirts, and that's a different reason. That's a different reason why I don't wear predominantly the metal shirts that I want to wear because those bands don't exactly get pushed over here. But back to the point at hand. Should non-metalheads wear the metal shirts? I would one like a part of me would say yes, but I'm just going to say for from this I'm just saying this is from my point of view. I'm saying no. Like all these metal like all these non media push metal band like metal bands will go, oh yeah, it brings out get it pushes the message out there, and I'm going to ask them what message are they pushing? What are they pushing to advertise metal as a positive musical genre? And to be honest with you, it's none. Like they go, oh, it's so fashionable, it's so cool, it's so fetch, it's so this and the other. Or do you? Oh, you see this beautiful star in the circle. It's so fetch nowadays. Stars and circles are so fetch. Not knowing the star in the circle is a pentangle, and these these Paris back in the late '90s, early 2000s, the Paris Hiltons. You move forward a bit, you see the Kim Kardashians. You move closer, you see the Kylie Jenners and these metal artists as well. Don't get me started with not metal artists. These R&B artists wearing also urban rap and hip hop artists wearing the shirts. They think, yeah, this cool, this cool. Alright, you see this electric chair, this electric chair presents power, this presents positivity. You know, it says ride the lightning. You know, you see in the chain, you ride the lightning. You ride the lightning. You know, so beautiful. Metallica, so beautiful. Um, ride the lightning means death by the electric chair. And to say like say, oh, I sit in this chair, I'm going to get as powerful as a lightning storm, or I'm going to get as powerful as a bolt of lightning. I'm going to be like Shazam. I'm going to be like the Flash. I'm going to be like Quicksilver. I'm going to have these powers that these speedsters from DC, Marvel, and all these non-mainstream comic book writers write about. They go, "Oh, I'm going to be rocking it like Thor," you know. Like I sit in this chair, I'm going to be rocking it, you know. I sit in the chair, I'm going to get the power of Thor. Thor, God of Thunder. I'm going to be the God of Thunder, you know. And to me, I'm like thinking, like, and these are like those sort of fans, you know, like the R&B, rap, hip hop, urban sort of fans that go, like I see, I go, hey, what song do you like on the thing? And and they go, oh yeah, and they go, it's like they go, oh, it's it's like they go, oh, they don't know what. Firstly, they don't know what in the hell I'm talking about, and I'm thinking, hang on, you don't know what songs are on that album, and I'm thinking, hang on, if you don't know any song on on the album, do you know any Metallica songs? And they go, no. And I'm like, oh, you are an idiot. I know these bloody metal bands that say, oh, let them wear the shirts, let them wear the shirts, let them wear the shirts. But honestly, if you don't know, like, I know the symbolism behind the KK, behind the swastika. The swastika, for centuries before Adolf Hitler got his hands on it, was a sign of peace and prosperity and protection, and I would wear that proudly. But due to the fact that some fuckwit, yes, I'm saying fuck again, in Adolf Hitler, made it hard for people like me who have, like, I have an Indian background, and in India there is swastikas on temples, there are swastikas on religious statues, there's swastikas hanging from places of religious devotion outside of temples and outside of the like off statues and off and out of temples. I've seen beautiful pieces of Indian artwork with that symbol on there, and only to have some idiot Jew or some idiot left wing scumbag go, oh, you're a racist, you hate Jews, you're the racist, you hate Jews. I'm like, fuck off. It's a piece of my culture's tradition. It's a piece of my culture's history. It's a piece of my culture's religious values. It's meant to be peaceful, peace and prosperity, not warmongering, hate-filled jackassery. And this is where I believe that people who wear metal shirts got to have an education. It's first and foremost a, a more so than not a particular feeling, a way. Actually, in the olden days when you wore a shirt, you support what the shirt said. How come these? And let me just emphasize this: why are so many sports teams so proud of their team colors? They wear it because they feel like they're going to be supported by people. They said they're going to be supported by each other. They're going to go to war for each other. And how many fans wear the same like the same jerseys as like over here in Australia we have the South Sydney Rabbitohs. I'm a South Sydney Rabbitohs fan. I have some Rabbitohs merchandise in my room. I'm thinking I have Rabbitohs merchandise. I am proud to be a Rabbitohs fan, and I wear the stuff because I'm proud of it. And I'm not wearing it because it's fashionable. I could wear my Rabbitohs shorts and singlet into Parramatta, which is an opposing team's homeland, or I can go to Penrith, which is the home of the Panthers, which is very much enemy territory for a Rabbitohs supporter. Like I can wear that and go, you know what? I don't care if I'm going to Penrith. I don't care if I'm going to Parramatta, Bankstown, Campbelltown, into Sydney, Newcastle. I'm a proud Rabbitohs supporter, and I wear my gear because I'm proud. It's not. I don't wear it because it's fashionable. Because I like red, green, and white, and black if it's the away jersey. I wear those colors because I love and I respect the team. Unfortunately, these non-metalheads wear it because don't you think this skull in this sort of position is cool? Is so it's so magically wonderful. Or look at how these men are holding their swords up high, like warriors. I love how it looks. And it's to me, I'm like, you can go on sites like Redbubble, you can go on sites like Wish, you can go on sites like Etsy, and find similar shirts without having a metal band logo anywhere on it. Like there are similar shirts to a Man of War. Like Man of War have these men, like these warriors in skimpy outfits and them holding the swords. There are other uh, shirts and that you can buy where you do have like the barbarian and sword combination without having Man of War on it. There are a number of Roman Eagle shirts out there as well. There is other, electric chair shirts. There are other skull shirts. There are other shirts that may look like they're heavy metal bands, but yet they're not. They can go and wear that sort of stuff because that if they want to look at that stuff and see it's cool, fine. Wish, Etsy, Redbubble, sometimes eBay, sometimes like a generic, like even like a goth store sometimes has those sort of shirts, like alternative culture show uh, online stores have them as well, but you don't have to wear a metal shirt. And like I'm just thinking about how these non metal heads, these non fans of metal, they go around go, oh, it's only fashion. I'm just wearing it because I'm trying to be fashionable. No, you're wearing it because you may think it's fashionable to wear the metal shirt, but you're not willing to get yourself educated on the bands that you wear. Like this time about 10 years ago, if I was to wear like a Sabaton shirt and someone asked me, "Oh, what's one of your favorite songs from Sabaton?" I'll be like, "I'm just wearing this because the S looks cool." But then I'll be going through. Then they go, "Well, why are you wearing the shirt if you don't know what the band means, or you don't know what the some of their songs are?" And this is where I honestly believe that met some metalheads can get really angry, can get really hostile, get really amped up over the fact that like a Ariana Grande or Justin Bieber or like Chanel West Coast from Ridiculousness or Rob Dyrdek himself would wear like a heavy metal T-shirt and not know any of the songs. This is this is where again this is where I believe that you gotta be educated on a topic before you wear the shirts. In days of old, you would wear your house color like your house colors. Like my house colors are gold, silver, and blue. They're my house colors. Gold, silver, and blue. I would wear those colors proudly because the gold means wealth, silver means riches, and the blue means calmness. And I'm where my and since I'm a student of a psychic and mediumship class, I am more than happy to wear their shirt, because I am proud of the lineage of that particular school. I'm happy to be a student of theirs, and this is also where I believe that school uniforms, like wearing a metal shirt, is like wearing a school uniform or wearing like a sports team's uh, jerseys or Guernseys or whatever. Is that you are a part of this community, you are a part of this group, and to not want to be a part of the group, not wanting to be educated on their topics, which I'll get back to later on, is utterly ridiculous. And since mentioned education, let's go into the education, shall we? The being educated on the bands. First and foremost, you need to be educated on the fans, on the bands, on the artists. Like I've got one Motorhead T-shirt and one uh, Black Sabbath T-shirt. I know what Black Sabbath sings about and I know what Motorhead sings about, and I'm a fan of both. Like, Ace of Spades is one of the best metal songs out there. And I know that Motorhead has done some songs for the WWE in the form in doing songs for a professional wrestler called Triple H, a professional wrestler that I like. Uh, the Game, King of Kings, and Line in the Sand. They're four Motorhead songs that I listen to and I find to be um, beautifully written and beautifully sung by the late great Lemmy Kilmister himself. There's and with the Black Sabbath T-shirt, I honestly love Paranoia. I love Iron Man. I love War Pigs, and when Ozzy Osbourne is a part of the band, a little bit of Crazy Train is also a high is a high commodity for me because I love those songs. If someone were and like, I'm just saying, whoa, I just love those songs. If someone said to me, "What's your favorite? What are your top five Sabaton songs?" I would say, in no particular order, I do love the White Death. I do love Shiriyama. I do love Sparta. I do love Bismarck, and I'm a huge fan of Swedish Pagans. All those five songs are from Sabaton, and I go, "Oh wow, you," and I go, and I do love Catalyst Rex. All depends if I'm feeling in the mood, and also a little bit of the Winged Hussars, which is I just named seven Sabaton songs because I love that band and I'm educated on that band and I'm educated on what the songs mean. If someone to ask me what's my favorite Metallica songs, I'll say just because I got introduced to this because of a wrestler from this company. Enter the Sandman. I love Walk. No, not Walk. I love from Metallica. I love Enter the Sandman. I do love listening to Unforgiven and Unforgiven 2. I do love to listen to 1, and I'm also partial to The Odd Seek and Destroy, which I learnt, which I watched from WCW, and Sting coming down to the ring with that particular song as his entrance music. And I'm like listening. I'm like, whoa, this is good. This is awesome. This is great. And like, I may have one or two from bands here and there, but most of the time not most of the time, but quite a very little amount of time I do. Like I have one or two best songs I love listening to from certain artists. If someone to ask me what was my favorite Kiss songs, I would say Detroit Rock City, Love Gun, War Machine. I If I'm feeling a bit romantic, I listen to a bit of Beth. I am a huge God of Thunder fan when it comes to that song. Shout Out Loud. I Was Made for Loving You, Baby. Like, I can list songs from bands that I know and I love. I am educated on them. And this will, and especially if they have like a song like Metallica, go back to that Ride the Lightning from Metallica. It the meaning the meaning of it is quite extraordinary. It's just, as I said, it means that you're going to die by an electric chair. You're not going to get powers of Thor or be like the Flash, you know. And I've got it here on YouTube, not YouTube, Google. Ride the Lightning is Metallica's first song in the to have emphasis on the misery of the criminal justice system. The lyrics are in the perspective of a death row inmate anticipating the execution by the electric chair. Wow. And is this as I made mention earlier, you know, like I didn't have to. I just looked it up to confirm my belief in the song. I didn't have to look it up. I knew. And and again, it brings me back to, it just brings on the point that being educated on the band, being educated on what they sing about, being educated on how that band would reflect you. If you want to, if you want to wear the shirts, you gotta be able to put time into listening to at least a few songs from that band that you're wearing. Like, I know of the late great Tupac, and without looking up on Google, I can say this: I do love America's most. I do love California, and I do enjoy. And I do enjoy the odd. Sometimes I listen to. I said, love. I do love To America's Most Wanted. That's one of my favorite songs, California Love. And I honestly, and I've heard many people say that you gotta listen to Hail Mary, and I will listen to Hail Mary. But I'm not. But I am not comfortable enough to wear a Tupac Shakur T-shirt, because like I just know of the California Love and To America's Most Wanted. Those two songs I listen to the most out of his collection, and that doesn't. And I, to be honest with you, I don't feel comfortable wearing a Tupac shirt because I'm not educated enough on Tupac Shakur to go. Yes, I know this song. I know that song. I know the meaning behind these lyrics and that lyrics. And let's bring it back to Sabaton for a bit. White Death is talking about Simo Haile, a Finnish soldier that slaughtered over 500 Russian troops in the Winter War during World War II. And that's because I was educated on the song by Indy Nidell, a man who is, you can call him a scribe of Sabaton songs. You can call him a scribe on this and the other when it comes to the song, uh, or like the historian of the band. But you see, that he is helping the people to understand like the history behind the songs that Sabaton sings about. That's the reason why I love the songs even more. Midway is also another one of their good ones. See, like I'm well educated on Sabaton. Not well educated, but I'm educated enough to give points of view of what I love about the songs. Which I could wear a crap ton of Sabaton t-shirts, but I don't. As I said, availability here in Australia is a bit hard. But yeah, anyone who says that if you if you're not proud to wear the shirt, if you're not proud to show people that you know a bit about the band, just simple, don't wear it. As I said, I just know two songs off from Tupac Shakur. But I won't wear his shirts because, nor wear any of his uh, gear because I'm not well educated enough. Hell, I love Ice T because he is a part of CSI Special Victims Unit. I love. I'm like. I'm just. That's the only reason why I'm a fan of his is because he's a great actor. It doesn't make me wanting to go out and buy Ice T merchandise because I'll be a hypocrite because I would hardly know his musical stuff. I don't know any of his songs. I just know him and I respect him because of his acting career. Same thing with Ice Cube. He plays quite a few good tough guys in different movie roles, and I'm like, shit. I love him as an actor, but I don't know any of his songs. They're just like I've even heard about this guy called Bad Bunny. I don't know what sort of musical genre he is, but I just know him because he wrestled a bit. But I could wear like a Steve Amell shirt because I know of his work. And it's not because he did some professional wrestling. I know him because he done The Flash. He's done not The Flash. He was in a few episodes of The Flash, predominantly from the Arrowverse. He done Heels. He's been in a few couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. And I just know I can wear a Steve Amell t-shirt because I know what he's done. I'm educated on what he's done. And it comes straight back of should non-metal heads wear metal shirts? And to be honest with you, the answer is no. And it just comes down to being educated, love the fact that you're educated on the topic, meaning the metal bands, and also you don't wear something because it's fashionable. You wear it because you love it. You don't love it because it has this art, it's like this artistry this way or this artistry that way. When the people who put these album covers together and it eventually becomes a T-shirt, they put the time and the energy and they're putting what they believe that the song, like the artistry, what the band wants for that album cover to be put down into the world, instead of going, oh, let's see if this is going to be the most fashionable album cover that the world is going to know. And it's just so, and again, it just so infuriates me to think that metal artists would call me a gatekeeper for insisting that people get educated on the topic of the shirt that they're wearing. And on that note, I will say goodbye and I shall see you in the next video.